So we've got 3 fresh rifles, all put into nice MDT chassis here. So the first thing we have to do is we're going to go ahead and set these up to ourselves, all right? So the nice thing about a modular chassis system is you can fit the whole thing to the individual shooter. So first thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to start in a nice prone position. We're starting a prone position because that's the most stable position we can be in, right? Lowest to the ground, doesn't require much body, either muscle or skeletal support. What we want to go ahead and do is have the rifle's recoil path divide the body into. And we can see that recoil path is going to come as center down as possible. So all that recoil force is going to be pushing against his whole body mass instead of just a part of it. When the shooter's off to the side of the rifle, one way or the other, it's going to basically not divide them equally, and it'll end up coming out their shoulder, or it'll be pushing on their neck. So when we feel this, it should feel effortless as possible. So you're going to go ahead and just stand behind the rifle, and then you're going to go ahead and get down, lay down behind the rifle. All right, and always use a rear bag for support. And go ahead and put your cheek to the rifle. All right, so you're off to one side here. You kind of got the G.I. Joe stance going on. So that recoil impulse is actually pushing out right here, right? So you want to move your hips over. There you go. So I want that recoil impulse to come out inside of your legs. And you're going to relax. You're not going to ever dig your toes in. We're going to lay our feet flat. Just relax, right? So you're going to go ahead and kick your legs out a little bit. Feet flat, no labor. All right, so we're going to go ahead and grab that bag right there, and we're going to pinch it with the rifle stock. And we can manipulate that bag any way we need to, but we're going to go ahead and just lay down on the rifle, put your face on the cheek piece, and then look through the scope. And then we'll make minor adjustments from here. All right, so go ahead and just look through the scopes for a little bit. Looking pretty straight, that's good. You're kind of digging your toes though. When you find yourself digging your toes, you're trying to push that shoulder piece into your shoulder, the butt pad into your shoulder. There's a better way to do that, and that's going to be using your static body weight and pushing forward. Because our goal is to always load the bipod. See how this rifle's neutral?
Get behind and push up a bit?
Yep, see how the bipod's flexing there? Okay. That's our goal. So you're going to take your static body weight and push it forward. All right, so the next part of kind of fitting this whole thing is your length of pole. So you're about my size, you know, about average height, right? So our length of pole is going to be somewhere around 13.25, 13.5. So we are probably not going to need to adjust that butt pad out at all. There's an easy way to kind of quick test this. And that would be taking the rifle and setting it in the crook for elbow and then going up. And then I'm curving my finger. See how this is a little bit long for me, but see how I've crooked my finger? So what I'm after right now is a 90-degree trigger finger. So that allows me to pull the trigger straight back, right? So, and you can see it on yours. So see how it's crooked? So that's kind of what I'm after. So go ahead and just set that in your crook of your elbow, your firing hand, and then rotate your finger over. And then I like to pull the trigger right where I would touch a telephone button, right there. Okay, so it looks pretty good. So I think we're gonna leave the length of pull alone. So go ahead and set the rifle back down. And then we'll go ahead and mount it prone again. All right, so remember, we're going to use our non-firing hand to grip the bag. There we go. All right, and then we're going to try to see if our eye relief is set properly, so we're going to go ahead and mag all the way in at that distance. Anytime we make any of these length of pull or comb height adjustments or anything like that, we always do so on max power because that'll have the smallest eye box with the scope. Yeah. And then naturally, you're going to lay your head on the rifle, and if you cannot naturally see through the scope and achieve natural point of aim.
Nope.
All right, then we need to make adjustments to find that. So our eye relief in the scope box is perfectly clear, so you don't get the black ring, the floating ring around anywhere. So what are you having to do with your head right now to properly see through that scope? You lift it up?
Yeah.
All right, so what we're gonna go ahead and do is come off a little bit, and then we've got this adjustment wheel right here, and we're gonna go ahead and elevate that. Now, this is a personal preference of mine, but I like to take this butt pad and go ahead and slide it up to almost match this. Okay. So when it touches my clavicle, right, in that pocket, that it's not sitting too low, so that butt pad is actually making square contact. Okay, don't worry about the scope yet. So just mount it so everything feels correct. So load the bipod, rear bag, nice relaxed body position. We're not laboring at all. All right, now you're gonna tell me forward or backwards.
Forward.
All right, now we're gonna move the rings again.
Yeah.
Okay, how's the scope work?
Yeah, that's like really good.
And then we're gonna grip this rear bag, kind of big hand here, kind of bunch it together, and then we'll go ahead and mount the trigger. And then it's personal preference whether you like to leave your hand with your thumb around the grip or use the built-in thumb shelf. I like to shoot with the thumb shelf because it makes me grip the rifle less, all right? So what I'm after on this whole position here is a nice relaxed position, prone position, and I'm not pulling any pulse on the rifle. And what that means is no undue influence on the rifle that's gonna cause shots to wander, right? So I'm keeping the rifle as steady as possible, letting it do what it needs to do. So when I pull the trigger, it's not taking any effort at all. It's just a straight back pull, holds the rear, follow through, and then watch that shot. All right, so it feels pretty natural. We got our trigger finger, and then we're gonna lay it on there. See how I have a nice bend here, and then we can pull the trigger naturally. Make sense?
Yep.
All right, so we got this one pretty good. All right, go ahead and lay on the rifle. So right kind of here is where this should be mounting up. So feel how that kind of just sinks in right there? Yep. All right, that's where we want that buttstock to go. Right there. You feel it? Now, do you feel like you have to do anything labor-wise to look through that scope? Okay, so it's pretty set. All right, if I raise or lower the cheek piece, is that gonna help you at all? Maybe raise it up a little bit. Okay, let's see, this butt pad, we'll go ahead and raise this up a little bit here for you. Make this a little nicer to shoot here. Run that in. Okay, cool. So we got kind of lucky and this one's already pretty much set up for you. Are we good to look through the scope? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I think length of pull might be a little off, but it's actually tough for me to get my shoulder into sand or what. But
Okay, well, we can go ahead and adjust this butt pad a little up.
okay.
That might help you out a little bit. Also, your cheek piece is running pretty high, but if it's feeling comfortable and you got full
Full
eye
go
box.
lower. Yeah, it's right there.
Okay, and you're not having any strain forward or backwards to look through the scope?
Not at all.
Okay, so we're preset. So the only other thing we've got to set up right now is the new vertical grip. So this grip allows us to tune that 90-degree trigger finger, all right? So for a more natural position. So go ahead and just mount the rifle and then throw your finger on the trigger. It doesn't look bad, but what we can do to make this a little more comfortable is actually move this grip in.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and just loosen the set screws and we'll just slide this in a little bit and then retorque it. And then the grip itself will be set. Looking pretty good.
Should be a little more.
Yeah, so this. And then what we're attempting to do here is minimize any sort of pulse in the rifle, and that's gonna basically minimize undue stress on the rifle and make sure that our trigger pulls are as effortless as possible so the rounds go in the same exact spot that we intend them to. So when we set that, I'll just go ahead and snug up both the center ones first. Okay. All right, so your rifle is pretty much set.
Sweet.
What we're gonna attempt to do right now is you're gonna attempt to mount the rifle, close your eyes, don't look to the scope. So I want you to rest your head, arms, everything naturally without any sort of straining or resistance, and then open your eyes. And if we have everything kind of roughly set up correctly, you'll be able to see through the scope perfectly with a full field of view. All right, so go ahead and just lay down on the rifles, close your eyes, open them. Remember to don't dig your toes in. So you got a nice toe digging line right here. So you're digging your toes. So when I approach the rifle, I want my static body weight to load this. It's still pretty neutral, right? So I want to push forward, load the bipods into the dirt. So when it recoils back, it recoils against a solid wall. That's your body mass. If you find yourself digging in and trembling, which you will, just go ahead and come off the trigger and then breathe and then reset.